Hey, what's going on, and welcome to my first ever unscripted video. Okay, I actually did only two unboxings that were technically unscripted, but this is the first time I've stepped in front of the camera in a real host fashion and just not had a script, because I think for this video it's going to be beneficial. I've had this Patec FM Bluetooth transmitter for around a year now. And basically the screen, which was never bright in the first place, stopped working. Let's see what we can do about that. So at this point I need to figure out how I'm going to tackle actually powering this inside my house. I'm going to go with a phone charger. That seems around the right voltage and amperage. As far as actually connecting that to this, I need to know where on here is positive and where is negative. So it's voltmeter time. Except I fired it up and, well, I didn't because the battery's dead. And I don't have a 9 volt laying around. So, you know what they say, in Google we trust. I looked it up and pretty much everyone I could see was saying that this center piece is positive and this outside piece is negative. So I'm just gonna work under the assumption that that's the truth. As far as testing whether or not it is in fact working once I've got it hooked up, I'm just going to have my phone here with the Bluetooth scanning, and if I see this pop up, then I know it's on. USB cable I cannibalized. I'm sorry. In fact, you deserve a moment. So to start out, I tried to do some kind of stupid thing where I wanted to get it set up to work with a wall outlet, and I cut up this USB cord and I duct taped it, and I was trying to get it working and it never did. Yeah. I just wanted to be able to test it inside my house rather than taking it out to my car, and that was stupid. So ultimately I did take it out to my car, and what I found was the screen is perfectly visible with this front plate off. Yeah, you kind of need the front plate though. It's hard to hit the buttons without it, and then the PCB is exposed and whatever. I don't want to deal with that. So here's what I did. So first of all, taking off this front plate is pretty easy. I used this X-Acto knife that's pink and I bought for $1. If you've seen my Western Digital hard drive opening video, which if you haven't, I think you should check out. It's pretty funny, at least I think so. Then you've seen me open something like this before. This is actually a lot easier than that one was. In that one you had to cut around the edge to get rid of the plastic seam. In this case you don't really have to do that. Just put the X-Acto knife in. Probably you could use like a steak knife or a flathead screwdriver. I don't know. This is what I use. It's nice and thin. It makes it easy. Put it in a little ways and pry up on it. Boom. There goes the front plate. Don't worry, you can put this button back on. Anyway, so when we plug it into the car without this, it works fine. We're just going to cut out this little screen portion on the front plate, because you know what? I don't care. Okay, that took some doing, and if there was one way I would describe this plastic, it is thicker than it looks, or particularly stronger than it looks. But anyway, I ran over it with the X-Acto knife about 1 billion times, and then in the end, really the best way to break it open was to put scissors on the top and smash through. Now I wouldn't recommend doing that with scissors. It's a recipe for disaster. And even cutting it with the X-Acto knife, please be extremely careful. Hold it properly. I held it like this and cut away from my fingers. That worked really well. Holding it like this and cutting towards your thumb is a great way to get your finger sliced open. Now, you're going to want to just put this back together. If this piece came off, just slot it back on the top there. Make sure all the buttons are in place here. One of mine I accidentally sliced off, It should work fine, it's just not connected to the others anymore, but all it is, the actual buttons are here. It's just a plastic piece that pushes down on them. And just bring this down, and snap it back all into place. And that's the final result. As you can see, this looks pretty janky. However, as you can also see, it works now. Okay, so that really is pretty much it. This is kind of a ghetto mod, but it works. I'm happy with that because, frankly, being able to see the screen is invaluable. I don't care how crappy it looks now. It still works. I'm happy. Otherwise, if you liked this video, give it a like. Dislike it if you didn't. Leave a comment. I would love to know why you felt one way or another. And get subscribed. I'll be doing a giveaway when I hit 50 subscribers. Thanks for watching.